In the far north of Thailand, on the Mae Hong Son loop, is a town that has been a backpacker favourite for decades. Good morning, welcome to Pai. But where there was once a chilled out mountain paradise is now something else altogether. Pai today is an overly crowded, overly westernised party town, where most of the traditional Thai street food has been replaced by pizza and burgers. In my opinion, the town has lost its original appeal. So in this guide, I want to show you all of the best things to see away from the centre, focusing on the natural sights of the countryside. My name is Ryan, and this is Emma.
It's bigger than my face.
And welcome back to the One Shot Adventures channel. With most of the main sites being outside of town, the most popular way of getting around Pai is by scooter. But if it's your first time riding one, I don't recommend doing that in Thailand. We got ours from a shop called VesPai, whose owner is probably the most responsible man in town. Instead of just throwing you on a bike and sending you on your way, he actually takes the time to make sure you're comfortable with the bike and how it works. And if you're feeling a little bit rusty, then he even offers some little lessons too. Our life is in Emma's hands now.
Don't say that! My mum will kill me!
So first up, we're going to head to a place called the Land Split, and then near there's a waterfall as well. Gotta say, you're a very good driver.
It's a lot easier without your lanky ass on the back.
We're just stopping at a place called Coffee and Love, which is a little coffee shop that just has an amazing view over the countryside. When you drive around, you'll see plenty of places like this, which are great to stop at to take a few photos. As the name suggests, the land split is a split in the land. The land's owned by a farmer who's opened it up to the public, and you can get in here for free. It was caused by an earthquake in 2008. And then since then, there's been a few more earthquakes that have made it a bit wider and longer. I'll be honest, it's not exactly the Grand Canyon, and it's not even the best canyon in Pai, but it's still a very nice walk through the farmland. I'd say the main reason to come here is not just the land split. The farmer sells lots of fresh produce that they grow on the farm here. It's all donation based, so you can give as much as you feel it's worth. And they bring you out all this really nice fresh food, and it's great for a lunch or a snack. So we're just heading a little bit further down. We're just heading a little bit further down the road from the land split to Pam Bok Waterfall. The falls are only a short hike from the road, and it's a great place for a quick swim. The water is freezing cold, so it will be quick. Very cool waterfall. I'm gonna head to some hot springs next, which is something that I've definitely never done in Thailand. On our way to the hot springs, we made a quick stop at the World War II Memorial Bridge. Built by the Japanese Army as a route to the Burmese border, which was a British colony at the time. It's 300 baht for a ticket into the hot springs. I can smell that eggy sulphur. I honestly had no idea that Thailand had anything like this. Learning things every day. There are several different pools at various temperatures. We spent a few hours here soaking in the water, and it's a really great place to relax. So Emma, do you want to tell everyone what this was like 2 years ago when you came to visit?
It was very dry.
So one tip would be to make sure that you check the time of year that you come, because there are certain times, certain months where there's absolutely no water in these hot springs. And when Emma came, they still charged her entry, so do your research. Looks like there's a storm on the way. Go Emma, go! The rain got us. It's a beautiful morning here in Pai, and we're going to head out of the town to Lod Cave, which is probably one of the most popular attractions around. Instead of going on the moped, we're going to share a taxi, which should only be 200 baht each, so it's a pretty good deal. Check this out. It's like an abandoned bus at the side of the road. love stuff like this. Makes for amazing B-roll. Lod Cave is over 1,600 meters long with a freshwater stream running right through it. You have to go through with a guide who takes you through the different cave systems by gas lantern, pointing out all of the interesting rock formations. You can only get through some of the cave by bamboo raft, which is quite a cool experience. Unfortunately, when we visited, half of the cave was closed due to bad weather and flooding, so we didn't even get to see the most impressive caverns. We booked accommodation in a quiet area across the river from the main town, and our little cabin was a really nice place to escape to. The owners are really nice and friendly, and they cooked us breakfast every morning, which we enjoyed with river views. They also have a very smiley dog. I love walking over this bridge every morning. It's like dancing with death. We're heading west of Pai to a Chinese village where about 200 families from Yunnan province have immigrated and sort of made a mini China. During our China series, we spent quite a lot of time in Yunnan province, so it'll be quite interesting to see what this is like. So here we are. It only took about 15 minutes from the centre of Pai. This is very, very strange. A little bit surreal. They've even got a mini Great Wall of China. I don't think that's even in Yunnan. Ignore the facts, it's fine. If you want to raise your Insta game to the next level, you can rent a traditional Chinese costume for 100 baht. That's going to get you the likes. One very steep hill later, and we're up at the Lai Viewpoint. It costs 20 baht to get into the viewpoint. Amazing views. And you can pay another 20 baht to get a nice pot of oolong tea. It's just past 5 o'clock. We're going to head up to the big white Buddha on the hill, and hopefully we'll get a nice sunset from there. You can see the white Buddha from town, and walking up the many, many steps gives you some amazing views from the top. Unfortunately, it was a little bit cloudy that night, so the sunset wasn't the best. So Pai does have another place that is very famous for watching the sunset, which we're going to go and check out now, and fingers crossed we'll get a good one tonight, because last night really wasn't good at all. So welcome to Pai Canyon. This place is awesome. Pai Canyon is free to enter, and if you ask me, it has the best views in the area. At sunset, it does get very busy near the main entrance, but it's very easy to venture out on your own and find a quiet spot. Overall, we really loved our 4 days of riding around the countryside. Outside of the town, Pai is still a piece of paradise. Amazing sunset at the canyon, such a good spot for it. And that's the end of our time here in Pai. In the next episode, we're heading over to Koh Chang, one of Thailand's lesser known islands.